Something occurred to me the other day. It was one of our other Aegis laws, the law of vulnerability. And the law of vulnerability says that to know your enemy's weakness is power, to know your own is wisdom. And part of personal progression, and I train in the martial arts and use it as a tool for personal progression to help myself and to help others. And one of the things that I think is important is if you are trying to progress, whether it be physically or mentally, I think you have to be aware of what your strengths and weaknesses are. Also, when you set a goal, if you set a goal, you need to look at where its weak spots are, because those are the parts that are easier to achieve. And you need to look at the parts where the goal is more difficult, where you might need help or some extra study or training. So in terms of yourself, if you want to progress, my feeling is if you were good enough to be where you think you should be, you'd already be there. And what that means is that you can think that you're ready, but if you were ready, you'd be at the finish line. So where you are is you're starting or you're on the journey. You're not at the destination. Well, at the end of the day, there is no destination. It's a moving feast. But if you're looking to improve, you have to look at what are your weaknesses, what are your strengths. You can make a list down a page of a sheet of paper, and you can list on one side your strengths, and you can list on the other side your weaknesses. Now, the idea is to develop your strengths and eliminate your weaknesses. And this is the beginning of wisdom, because some of the things that you reveal are not always very nice, very attractive. It's one of those things that's a bit painful. It's like criticism, but it's necessary for growth. What do they say? There's no growth in the comfort zone. So if you want to grow, if you want to improve, you have to get ready to improve yourself. So if you find out where you're weak and find out where you're strong and work on the weaknesses and develop the strengths, then you're going to be a more balanced individual, ready for the level of success that you want. Then when it comes to the success, what success do you want? What does success mean to you? Does it mean big cars, big house, place in the country, place by the sea? Or does it mean to have a quieter, more peaceful life? Whichever way you go, what you'll find is on the journey, you'll find out what you really want. You'll find out whether, we've all probably done the thing of buying flashy cars, and then after a while you think, it's really not me. And you go back to something that is you, that's more comfortable, that's more in line with your philosophies and your beliefs. The thing is with a goal is what you have to think about is, what is this goal? Not just a monthly goal or a yearly goal or a 5-year goal or a 10-year goal, is to look at your exit plan. And this comes back to the law of expectation, which says you don't get what you want or wish for. You only get what you truly expect. And to expect an outcome is because you expect it because you know you can achieve it. So you have to think beyond. You have to think of your exit plan, especially as you get older. Make investments, make plans, train your replacement. Look for people who can take over from you as you get to a point where you don't want to do certain jobs. It's like you don't want to be cleaning your own academy. You can pay somebody who will do it better, and it's a waste of your time. So think about your future and think about your strengths and think about your weaknesses. How far are you going? When will you exit? And what's your journey going to be like?